Today I shall teach you class 7 science. The name of the chapter is A Structure of Matter. Do you know matter? What is matter? Matter, it is matter anything that occupy a space and has mass is known as matter. It is made up of atoms and molecules. You know, different kind of things are found around us. Those substances are called matter, which occupy space and has mass. So anything to be matter, we have to remember two things, that it should have mass and it should occupy a space. Every matter is made up of atoms and molecules. Matter is of two kinds, that is pure matter and mixture. Pure matter is that matter which is made up of same kind of atoms or molecules. Pure matter is of two kinds, elements and compound. And third one is mixture. In mixture, different kind of elements, different kind of compounds, different type of atoms are present. Now, I am telling you about element. What is element? Element, it is the substance or matter made up of only one kind of atoms. In element, only one kind of atoms, same kind of atoms, same type of atoms are present in element. About 118 elements are known. In element, atoms are formed. Element is made up of only same kind of atoms. For example, hydrogen, sodium, potassium, calcium, these are different kind of elements and they are made up of same kind of atoms. For example, iron. Iron is an element. Iron is made up of same kind of atoms. Copper. Copper is an element. It is made up of same kind of atoms. Copper. The smallest part of an element is atom. So, in case of sodium element, the smallest part of element sodium is sodium atom. The smallest part of potassium element is potassium atom. The smallest part of copper element is copper atom. The smallest part of nitrogen element is nitrogen atom. Now, question is, what is atom? Atom, it is the smallest part of an element that takes part in a chemical reaction. Atom is the smallest part of an element that takes part in a chemical reaction. It may exist independently or can combine with other atoms in nature. For example, hydrogen. Hydrogen atom cannot exist independently. It can combine with other hydrogen atom and forms H2. Oxygen. Oxygen forms oxygen O2 molecule. Okay. So write down these things: matter, element and atom. Compound. Now I am discussing about compound. What is compound? A substance formed by the chemical combination of two or more elements in fixed proportions is called a compound. When two or more elements combine chemically in a fixed ratio, in a fixed proportion, then it is called compound. For example, water. We know that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen both are elements which make water, and the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in water is always fixed. The ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8. One part of hydrogen always combines with 8 parts of oxygen and makes water. The formula of water is H2O. The formula of sodium chloride is a compound, is NaCl. You know, the smallest part of a compound is molecule. Before some time I told you the smallest part of an element is atom. So remember, the smallest part of an element is atom, and the smallest part of a compound is molecule. So water, H2O, NaCl, H2SO4, HNO3, these are the different compounds. So remember, for the formation of a compound, two or different kinds of elements take part in fixed ratio chemically. Now, molecule, because I told you the smallest part of compound is molecule, so you must know what is molecule. Molecule, it is the smallest particle of an element or a compound that can exist independently. Molecule can exist independently in nature. For example, oxygen. Oxygen, the formula of oxygen element is O, and the molecule of oxygen is O2. Oxygen can combine with other oxygen atom and forms O2 molecule. The formation of water. Water is also a molecule, but here is difference. The molecule of an element, the example of molecule of an element is N2, O2, H2, because same type of atoms, same kind of atoms are present in this molecule. See here, uh, examples of molecule N2, O2, H2O, Cl2, NaCl, etc. HNO3. In HNO3, three different kind of elements are present: hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. They combine chemically, and the ratio of all the three elements are fixed. In case of sodium, nitrogen, N2. N2 is the molecule of nitrogen element. N2 is a molecule of nitrogen element, but this is compound. This is not N2 is not a compound. It is molecule. H2O is compound because different kinds of elements, hydrogen and oxygen, are present here. So H2O is compound. Cl2 is not a compound. Cl2 is molecule. H2O is also molecule, but it is compound. But Cl2 is a molecule, but it is made up of element. So here NaCl is also a compound. It is made up of sodium and chlorine atom or element. Thank you. Write down.